Good morning. It's early. It's still no dark 30. We're headed to Colorado. It's been a minute. It's kind of like the annual pilgrimage. It seems like every year this time of year, it's just perfect out there. And go out, do some camping, do some exploring, and then end up in Grand Junction and see my son, who's he's going to school out there. Yeah, so we're about 803 miles away, so 11, 12 hours, something like that. We'll be pulling into camp. Maybe we'll, if we see anything interesting along the way, we'll bring you along, and if not, we'll just plan on putting down the miles, doing the work, getting out there. And we will, if we don't see you before, we'll see you at camp. Alright, we'll check that out. Alright, so it took forever to get to camp, but I finally got a spot. There's just really a lot of people out here. Up in the canyon that I usually go to, it's usually pretty quiet. But not tonight. But I did find a pretty nice spot right by the creek, right on Mineral Creek. Got the truck leveled off. It took me a minute. Brought some firewood with me, and it really didn't want to burn, but it's getting there now. It's starting to burn, so that took a while. And I'm totally cheating with food tonight. I decided instead of cooking, because it's 9 o'clock already and I haven't even sat down to relax, but I'm doing some of this bag food. And it's the peak stuff, so hopefully it's pretty good. Managed to pick up some ColoRADo bourbon. Oh, yes, makes me happy. So anyway, it's been a heck of a day. 12 and a half, something like that, to get here, and we finally got the little fire going. Got the chair set up. There's a creek right on the other side of the truck. You can hear it. It's beautiful. And another 8 minutes, my food's ready. And I'm gonna have a whiskey, and I'm gonna sit by my fire. I'm gonna chill out because it's been a long day. Anyway, but we got the work done. We're here, so we're in Colorado, and starting tomorrow, we'll start exploring. We got to work through some stuff on the truck. I got some weird stuff going on there, but. Hopefully it works through and it's not a big deal. Anyway, alright, well, you guys have a good night. I'm gonna chill out, and I will see you tomorrow. Good morning. We're at camp. Slept amazing. Just making some coffee. Getting ready to get the day started. Probably gonna pack up here pretty quick. And I don't know. So many trails, you know. We got a lot of time, so I don't really know where to start. Kind of just flying by the seat of my pants on this one because I had originally planned to stay home this week, but opportunity presented itself, and here we are. So yeah, as soon as the sun works its way over here, we're gonna let the sun hit the tent for a few minutes, dry out any moisture that's in there, and then we'll pack it down and we'll get on the trail. As the sun worked its way across the valley, I took some time to stretch my legs after the long day of driving before and explore some of the local flora and fauna. I found a variety of mushrooms. I'm not an expert here, so I left them where they were. But next time I might like to learn a bit more before I come out. Out here in the San Juan National Forest, it's easy to lose track of time, covering more than 1.8 million acres. That's over 2,800 square miles. This wild stretch of southwestern Colorado is as vast as it is rugged, from high desert mesas to jagged alpine peaks at over 13,000 feet. The San Juans are a dream for anyone who chases dirt roads and sleeps under open skies. The biodiversity here is next level. Around a bend in the road, you might spot a mule deer browsing at dusk, or hear a distant bugle of an elk echoing through the canyons. Black bears roam these woods, as do mountain lions, bobcats, and even the elusive lynx in the higher elevations. If you're lucky and quiet, you might see golden eagles, red-tailed hawks, or peregrine falcons riding the thermals above the ridgelines. After packing down the habitat, I decided to have a bit of a quiet morning at camp and figured I'd break out the map book and build out a basic game plan. This area is target-rich for exploration and incredible campsites. Where I was busy, so I figured I'd spend some time figuring out how to find something much more remote to enjoy my time away. As overlanders, we're not just passing through, we're part of the rhythm of this place. The scent of the ponderosa pines and Douglas firs hang thick in the air. Higher up, you'll drive through stands of spruce and fir and shimmering groves of quaking aspen, especially stunning in the fall. Down low, there's sagebrush, juniper, and oak scrub, which dominate the drier zones, creating sharp contrasts between the elevation changes. Camping out here is peaceful, but never boring. One night you're tucked into a shady grove at 8,000 feet. The next you're perched above tree line, with the whole San Juan range stretched out in front of you. With hundreds of miles of Forest Service roads, the forest gives you access to true solitude and some of the most scenic off-grid camping anywhere in the Rockies. This isn't just a place to pass through, it's a place to slow down, explore, and remember why we chase these wild spaces in the first place. I headed off to Ophir Pass. Ophir Pass, I believe it's Ophir. This high mountain pass climbs to just under 11,800 feet, and while it's not the most extreme in terms of technical difficulty, it does demand your respect.
The approach from the east, just outside of Silverton, starts off easy enough. It's a gentle forest road that winds through tall pines and aspens, with creeks cutting through the green meadows. But don't let that fool you. As you climb, the road narrows, the drop-offs grow steeper, and before long, you're hugging a shelf barely wider than your rig and loose rock under your tires. But man, the views. Once you crest the top of Ophir Pass, the world just opens up. Massive jagged peaks all around. The sea of wildflowers in the summer, and that feeling, you know, the one where the trail challenges you just enough to feel earned, but not enough to scare you out of trying. It's the kind of road where second gear and steady nerves are your best friend. There's no room for mistakes up here, and when another vehicle comes down, someone's backing up, and it will not be fun. Whether your crossing is part of a bigger route, like the Alpine Loop or the ColoRADo BDR, or just seeking that one unforgettable drive, Ophir delivers every single time. Dropping down the west side into the tiny town of Ophir, the terrain changes again. Looser rock, tighter switchbacks, and a few bumpy ledges to keep things interesting. It's remote, it's raw, and absolutely classic ColoRADo.
So that was Ophir. Sorry I couldn't stop and film more. There was just a lot of traffic. But it's still nice, it's still pretty, a little bit courteous. Trying to pull over and let people get by. The guys didn't get it. It's been great. It's been beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Can't beat Colorado. So apparently there was a big rainstorm up here last Wednesday, and I was just getting ready to head back over to the other side.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Ophir Road.
Over Imogene, and Imogene is closed. So back over Ophir, back over towards Silverton, and then head out towards Mineral Creek, and hit Mineral Creek Trail out to some more remote camp spots that I know of from previous trips. Where I stayed last night was very busy, and I believe there were a lot of people that were headed right back. There were still people coming in as I was coming out. Let's just do it that way.
Finally reaching one of my favorite campsites in the San Juans, I settled in, getting the habitat all set up. I could hear the constant drone of the side-by-sides in the background, but I knew that eventually, as the sun would fade, so would that noise, and I'd be able to enjoy peace and solitude. So I set out to make dinner. Dinner tonight would be a simple one. Brussels sprouts, ribeye, seasoning, olive oil, all combined on the scuttle. It's super simple, super tasty, and it delivers absolutely every time. I like to let the Brussels sprouts cook down, soften up, soak up the olive oil and seasoning, and then for convenience I like to pre-cut the steak. Drop that into the middle as you see, and let it all cook together.
Yeah, so dinner's coming along pretty good. Some Brussels sprouts, seasoned up nicely with some olive oil, a little bit of Trader Joe's ribeye. Put them all together here on the scuttle. Still cooking down a little bit, but should be pretty darn good. Once those soften up enough, pull them aside, and then we throw the meat in, which we also need to season. I like to use Kenny's Original, pretty good, as well as Kenny's Spicy. But on tonight, I'm just going to use the Original because I had a bunch of spicy salami for lunch, and this is just better for, I think, my gut. So Kenny's Original, a little bit of salt. This one's called Summer Smoke, and it's from Laguna Beach Salt Company. So we just put a little bit of that on top of the Kenny seasoning. I also have their ghost chili, their ghost pepper salt. I want to add a little bit of heat, but that's not me tonight. So anyway, I'm going to finish this up. I'll see you in a few minutes. I wish you could smell it. It smells amazing. And after today, I'm ready to put this in my belly. Yes. Mm. Mm-hmm. I always use the double-sided bowl. Keeps food hot. When you use a plate gets hot, food gets cold. Double-sided bowl, food stays hot. What a day. Nothing short of amazing. I'm going to finish my dinner, and maybe I'll show you by a campfire. Oh, hey. How are you? a splash, gonna sit by the fire, relax. Might have some weather rolling in, not sure. But anyway, dinner was amazing. Today was incredible. Good stuff. This truck frustrates me sometimes, but man, it's a workhorse. Gets me there. Sit by the fire for a while. Tomorrow we're going to go out of here over Engineer, probably, and then head for Creed, and then find our way back from Creed over Stony Pass. Maybe spend a night either up at Kite Lake, which I would love to do, depending on weather. Every time I've been up there, weather just goes south. But yeah, I'd really like to spend a night up at Kite Lake. It's super pretty. It's very unique. I don't know what kind of condition the roads are in. It's usually pretty chunky getting up there anyway. And with all of the rains that closed Imogene, I don't know. It's hard to say. So anyway, I'm going to go sit by the fire for a bit and probably go to bed pretty early tonight because it's getting cold. And for some reason, I didn't bring my heater. I always bring a diesel heater. This trip, I didn't bring the diesel heater, so whatever. Life goes on. Do it the old-fashioned way. Lots of down. We'll see ya.
Well, if you hung in here this long, I want to thank you for spending your time with me, enjoying our adventure. And if you'd like to see more, please hit that subscribe button, as this is day one of a full week trip here in Colorado. Thanks again. We'll see you on the next one.